Hi everyone, it's Laura, and I hope you're all doing well. I just recently, as in like literally a week ago, moved back to Chicago from New York, and I'm super excited, super thrilled to be back. I thought it was an appropriate time to sit down and actually make a video. I feel like it's been a while since I've sat down and talked with y'all. So today I want to make a video on healthy eating on a budget. So let's get started. So my first tip has to do with fruits and vegetables, and it's kind of a 2-for-1 deal. The first one, buy in season, and I'll actually insert right now what's in season in the different seasons, if that makes sense. So I'll insert it right now. My next tip for fruits and vegetables is if there are certain fruits and vegetables that are super expensive during certain times of the year, and for those I recommend buying frozen. So for instance, in the winter, strawberries aren't in season, berries aren't in season, so I'll buy them frozen and put them in my smoothies or unthaw them and put them in yogurt or whatever the case may be. My next tip is to buy cheap protein, and by this I don't mean low quality protein, I just mean cheap protein, and these are typically your vegetarian protein sources. So whole grains have protein, beans, lentils, any type of legumes have protein. Also eggs are high in protein, and Greek yogurt is also super high in protein. A cup can have as much as 22 grams, which is a ton. This tip is to not buy bottled water. It is super expensive to buy bottled water. What I recommend is I buy a filter pitcher and I use that. I know initially it's going to be more expensive. The pitchers are normally 30 bucks, and then the filters, you change them out about every 3 months, but it ends up being a lot cheaper, and also it's so much better for the environment. Next tip is to avoid impulse purchases, and I know this can be kind of difficult, but you go to the store with the best intentions and then you see some snacky food or something that isn't as healthy as other things may be, and you end up buying it, and typically it's something like chips or cookies or something that's not healthy for you. So try as much as possible to avoid those impulse purchases. Next is take food on the go with you. So I always try and keep something in my purse to munch on, because there are times when you're hanging out with a friend or taking a walk and you may stop in and just browse, or you may stop and get a cup of tea, and then you see these little snack items and these things that look enticing. But if you have something in your purse to tide you over until your next meal, then it'll avoid, like I said before, the impulse purchases, not only at the grocery store, but just when you're out and about. Last and final tip is to grow your own food as much as possible. And I know for me, I've lived in a big city the past 4 or 5 years, and something that I've really enjoyed is growing my own herbs. Whereas it may not seem like it'll save you a lot of money, in the end it does, because you're not buying the fresh herbs and spices, you're not having to buy the dried ones either. So it really does save on money, and it also helps you make healthier choices in the end, because you're wanting to try, oh, I just grew some cilantro, I want to try it, and maybe then I won't add as much of the processed flavorings that you might sometimes add. So that's just a suggestion. So I hope these tips helped y'all out. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm here for y'all. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll be seeing you soon.